So I reiterate here, the bill is dead.
The story of this great city is about the years before this night. We are free!
Hey, welcome to a new episode of Ho Ho Hong Kong on this beautiful day or night whenever you're listening. I'm Mohammed Magdi. I'm sitting with my best friend, my co-host.
Vivek Mabubani. I will say it myself because most people can't say my name correctly, so I'll just do it myself.
I was about to try for once.
For the Patreon episode, I'll let you give a shot.
Okay, fine. Vivek Mabubani, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm good, actually. This is a beautiful week. I mean, we all enjoyed a lovely Sunday. If you were not in Hong Kong, you missed out. So maybe consider, come on down
to the beach.
Yeah, exactly. Come on down to Hong Kong. Suffer through the 14 or 21 day quarantine. Well, what's the big deal?
It.
Yeah, a little good time for yourself.
Were you sitting in Australia?
Yeah,
stuck in your basement.
Yeah. Andy Curtin. Anyway, so what have you been up to?
Well, we have the backstage shows coming back hardcore. We had Seth Waters, if you are listening, I guess, this week. Seth Waters just headlined last weekend. It was great. Seth, unfortunately, might leave for a while due to visa complications, but we're hoping to get him back. But yeah, backstage shows every Saturday. If you haven't come to shows, this is the right time to come check out the backstage. How do people find you online, Vivek?
At Funny Vivek with or without the letter M. You tried. One of them is correct.
All
and
right.
you?
I'm at the other Muhammad on Instagram. It's mainly my social media presence there. And we have the Laugh Festival coming up.
That is right. I mean, if you want to know more about the upcoming Laugh Festival, that's from 18 to 26 September. Go to laughfestival.hk. Otherwise, thebackstagehk.com is where you want to know all the best shows in town. The keyword here is best.
And speaking of best, Patreon.
Yes.
We put bonus episodes every Thursday on Patreon. For $5 a month, you can get all the juice, the real stuff. Did I say juice or juice?
Yeah. With your accent, nobody knows, man.
I realize it might sound like you can get all of the Jews.
We actually do have Jews that are Patreon subscribers, so I will say you might see all our Jewish subscribers. I will take that.
You can get all of the Jews. We don't hold back on Patreon.
Yeah.
And now our guests can't stop laughing about me saying juice. Speaking of funny stuff, we have Chris Musni here. How are you doing, Chris?
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me, guys. Pleasure to be here.
You have been on once last year, I would say.
Yeah, about a year ago. Well, 6 months ago.
Yeah, we're talking about schools and stuff.
And how wonderful everything is there. Yeah. Always getting better every day.
Yeah,
right?
that was like in the middle of lockdown, wasn't it?
Right in the middle. Yeah.
Right.
So just to let everybody know, Chris Musni is one of literally the OGs of Hong Kong's comedy scene. By OG, I don't mean original gangster because he's a very nice guy. I mean the older guys of the comedy scene.
I have no street cred, honestly.
Yeah. So basically, if you say that you've been watching comedy in Hong Kong since the beginning of it, and you tell me you don't know who Chris Musni is, you're like, yeah, you're lying.
Yeah.
You don't know the scene properly. So yeah, Chris has been with the comedy for a long, long time. So today he's, of course, doing the authentic comedian thing of having an odd drink with himself, which is, of course, juice. He decided to buy himself an adult-sized juice, 1 liter.
1 liter from unsponsored content here. Marks and Spencer food. Pressed pineapple, apple, peach, and passion fruit juice. Never from concentrate. There you go.
Yeah, never from concentrate. Yeah. So, of course, Marks and Spencer, this is the ball's in your court.
Yeah.
Do sponsor us with juices. We will offer
like to channel our inner 40-year-old white woman.
Exactly.
So
nothing will make us happier than saving $28 every time we buy a box of juice.
You guys are joking, but I would totally take that sponsorship.
For sure. No, I'm serious, man.
It's most just having water. Is that because you're from Egypt and it's so precious over there?
It is
I
very
just can't
precious.
get enough filtered
Dude,
water.
we're having a proper full-on diplomatic crisis with Ethiopia because they built a dam and the beginning of the source of the Nile. And now if they don't stop building it, Egypt and Sudan basically are going to just starve and die in like 10 years.
I'm glad I brought that up. I'm just joking.
Thanks for bringing it up on the Ho Ho Hong Kong. Ho Ho as in haha, funny. Hong Kong as in nothing about Egypt and the Middle East. We don't care.
Well, about Egypt, honestly.
My juice was packaged by slave children, so that's right up on you, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
Also in Ethiopia.
Yeah, it doesn't specify exactly where though. It doesn't tell us, so I'm just going to assume that they were probably.
So you just fucked up our sponsorship from Marks and Spencer. They were listening. They're like, "Oh, we should sponsor this guys." They're like, "It's made by slaves."
We're gonna
Yeah.
get water though. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah, we
much
get water.
bigger, much
Exactly.
bigger.
Actually,
Yeah.
that's a strategic move that we did because we realized, wait a second, if we kind of diss Marks and Spencer, chances are Park and Shop or Welcome are listening right now, and they're bigger sponsors. They
That's
have
why
way
you get
more.
the big bucks.
Yeah, they have way more inventory. They don't only have only one brand of juice.
Now
They got,
the
like,
three of us, by the way, are flipping the curtain.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently Ireland. There you go.
made in Ireland.
Yeah.
Well, they
not
was-
an island. Is it my English or
Yeah.
or is it just too early to say?
Yeah, probably too early, man.
So made in the Netherlands with ingredients sourced from more than one country. Very vague.
Yeah.
So I guess you're right.
Yeah,
Slaves.
definitely.
So just to clarify as well, Chris Musni currently is drinking a pressed pineapple, apple, peach, and passion fruit juice. Now, this is so white that they have to add the word passion into it. We put passion in our fruit juices as well. I understand that they meant passion fruit, but the fact that they put it in a new line. So please go down to Marks and Spencer's. Of course, Marks and Spencer get balls back in your court. See how we're driving traffic to your store? Go to Marks and Spencer's and go check out their juices. They have fantastic.
You can also, when you go there, tag us.
Yes.
Post it on social media and tag Vivek and me and Chris.
Yeah, exactly.
where I
I gotta have some white guy among the three of us. I'm
Yeah.
the whitest person here. We gotta have some representation.
very true.
I mean, that is
For,
so. Among the
yuppies.
three of us, there is half a person who's
Yeah, we have a
white.
half white guy here. So,
That's how
yeah.
unwhite we are. Like,
Yes.
if someone is only 50% white, they're way whiter than us.
I know. That's why they're freaking drinking Marks and Spencer.
With passion.
I'm ramping it up for you guys.
I will
Yeah.
take it, man. All
Made
right.
with passion. Oh, it also says last thing. It says eat well on the bottom. For some reason.
This is why English is not easy, you know? Like, you eat soup, they're telling you eat your drink properly. It's like, what's going on, people? Yeah, that...
So is this like an edible package? Would you finish it and you just start chewing on the carton?
I would like to see you eat this.
No, it says eat well. You brought it.
Wait, let the Middle East crisis get worse. I think Mo may consider the eating thing. He's like, you know what, at
It's
this
been
point,
like
I need
2
to...
years. I
Yeah.
might.
He looks a little thin, so
Yeah. All right. So coming back again to what this whole podcast is about, is basically talking to our guests, getting to know about the stories behind them. So Chris Musni been doing comedy for a long, long time. So back in the days where people like myself had no idea what we were doing as well. I mean, I remember doing shows where like you get on stage, you're like, oh, I hope for the best. I mean,
Wait, who started first?
I am not too sure actually. I think
it was like the same time.
I think the same time. 'cause
Really?
it- yeah,
it was
Wow.
the same time.
it was a
So
comedy
it was
we were in the
competition.
first competition together.
Yeah.
Dude, so okay, you start at the same time. He's on the back of buses.
And he got married.
And I'm
You
in
are-
those buses in the back.
Exactly. Yeah,
Perfect.
someone's got to make those ads worthwhile. Like, well, people do take buses, so that's why he's on the back of it.
He's a proper
Yeah.
celebrity, and you are at Bar 109 on Monday. What
Well,
happened,
that's
Chris? This is why we brought you on the podcast. What
Oh
happened?
my God. I don't know. Everything imploded. I don't know exactly what happened. They don't want white people anymore. I don't know.
Yeah. They wanted the purebred.
They wanted the pure.
You wanted
They
the
wanted
pure bread.
Okay. Like, what's this hybrid comedian? We don't like this stuff. We want the
Yeah.
pure factor of the Indian guy. All right. So, do you remember back then what was one of your earliest bits that you used to have? Because usually a lot of times when comedians first start off, we
Oh.
go with like something about ourselves or like the elephant in the room or stuff like that.
Back in the day, like talking about being mixed, being Filipino and white.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
that a lot.
Yeah.
And I got sick of that so quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it worked.
I don't know what it is about like starting comedy is like, I guess you go for the stereotypes or whatever. But I had that for like a year as well.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, look at me, I'm from Egypt.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh, Arabs are like that or fucking
Yeah.
terrorists and all of that stuff. Do you have like, what kind of stereotype did you jump into when you started?
Well, obviously, you would assume if in a mixed marriage, you would assume to be the white guy and a
Asian-
Filipino woman, Asian
yeah.
girl, but it was not.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, really? Is it the opposite for you?
It is. See, that's why. That's why,
That's why it works. Yeah.
That's why it works.
Yeah.
But it is kind of like the most stereotypical thing
Yeah.
Yeah.
that you could talk about.
Yeah.
But I think everyone does those things because it's easier.
Yeah, yeah.
We want to joke about other things, but we don't know how.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, because in the beginning, you go back to your kind of like, you go dig inwards to
Yeah.
figure out your identity. And you got to
Identity.
like tell the audience who you are because they don't really
Yes.
know who you are, right?
Right,
Yeah. It's
right.
just that usually like after a year or two, you kind of get over that, the whole, stereotypes, Asian
Yeah.
people like that, Indian people like that kind of thing. And then you move on to like life in general, what's been happening with yourself. Of course, no one's stopping comedians from doing that for like what? 14 years now to still do stereotypes, but hey,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you gonna do, man?
I mean, you also have people like, Russell Peters who built a career out of it
Yeah.
and still doing it in like 35 years
Yeah.
later. he picks on someone in the audience,
And bam.
and bam, it's still like pretty much the same idea.
Correct.
It's like,
Yeah.
You look like this, you whatever.
Yeah, you have that. All right, so then how would you say the evolution, were there like periods of like uncertainty of like, where am I going with this? What do I want to do? What's my voice? Have you gone through that phase?
Yeah, for sure. It's non-stop, dude.
Yeah.
Non-stop. Like at first I would want to do this joke and I thought it's clever. But then I realized, the audience doesn't care about you being clever. They just want to understand.
Yeah.
And I realized, a lot of these bits don't work because they just don't get, no one's going to watch a show and be like, man, that guy was really smart. He wasn't very funny.
But
Yeah.
you're
so
also
clever.
saying that the audience are too dumb for your smart jokes.
No, I'm not smart enough to say these things in a funny way. That's what it
okay.
was. Because every comic wants to say something that's really clever and
Right.
groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Like you watch Louis C.K. and like, he's making fun of black people. I guess I'll just go do that too.
Yeah.
And then fail horribly.
Yeah.
Well, I was
know?
thinking more like you were thinking of Louis C.K. I was thinking of the hot balls of gas guy. So who I think he thinks he's making a smart point as well, which it might be.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For context, for people who don't know, we have this guy who been doing open mic for years, and he only talks about hot balls of gas.
Yeah.
He talks about planets, right?
Yeah. But
And he has the same act for as long as I've been alive,
Yeah.
basically.
I mean,
And-
I would say if you want to give like the benefit of the doubt, number one, it's a really good act in the sense that you could start karaokeing it. Like the audience will go like, I know everything. I'm gonna say it with them. There
Right,
we
yeah.
go. The time.
I think you can like if you see it a few times, you can do the beats.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
exactly.
you would know this is like the pause.
We should actually auto-tune his act one time.
Hot balls again.
Hot balls of gas.
Right. So if you want us to try to auto-tune some of the comedians, do subscribe our Patreon
Mm.
account, and if we have enough budget to actually learn the skill, we might end up doing it one day.
We can, if you give us, if we have enough budget, we'll just give it to someone on Fiverr to do
Yeah.
it for us.
Make it seem like it's more expensive, Mo. Make it seem like it's way more expensive.
All right, you can subscribe to the $10 a month.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just give up the one coffee.
Yeah. So so coming back again, the phase, because I remember in the beginning we used to do shows, and pretty much like any show we got our hands on, we would be on the lineup, right? Because there weren't that many comedians to start off with anyway.
Right,
So basically,
right.
and then the problem is that you would have, for example, shows that are an hour long, and you have 7 minutes of material. And for some reason, they got to somehow fill the time.
Yeah.
So, did you have any moments that you remember? Like, for example, one prime example is I remember I had a gig where I had to do like 13 minutes, and I had 7. And I was like, oh man, I'm scrambling. And I remember I was like on stage just like randomly saying something, oh, that guy in the audience over there, hey, he's over there. And I'm like, I don't know where I'm going with this. I had no skill of crowd work back then. And it was just I had no idea. I'm just like trying to stay afloat.
Yeah.
Did you have a lot of those in the beginning?
You know what? Like no, not really. One issue for me was I love material. I love material so much. I think it's so cool and interesting. But I used to think that all you have to do is say these ideas. Like, hey, the audience, once they know these concepts, they will laugh. And I thought
The
that's
idea
what
itself
made,
is funny. That's what you're thinking, right? Yeah.
And I basically disassociated the person on stage, like the performer. And I didn't, for the longest time, I didn't realize actually they're buying the person. I think you knew that from like the
I
beginning.
guess we were just randomly hitting, and maybe like my dart hit that angle and your dart hit at some other angle. So maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, but it's like such an important thing. And even like now I'm still sort of like trying to make that a habit. Like they're actually buying the guy on stage, not these ideas. They're going to go see Seinfeld.
Yeah.
They're seeing they're
Whatever
not
he
going
has
to
to
go
say.
see someone talk about relationships. Hey, that guy's going to talk about relationships. Let's
Right.
go see him. And
Yeah.
so for me, that was like a game changer, I think. I
When
realized
did
that.
you have that realization?
Like a couple of years ago.
Oh no! You know what's bizarre? Like
quit.
when we do Cantonese shows, in the beginning, people would always ask, like, "Oh, what are you guys going to talk about? What's the topic for this show?"
Really?
Yeah, because in Chinese
Like,
comedy,
the topic is jokes.
yeah, exactly, is ha ha ha. You see that, right? So the thing is, because in the Chinese scene and the Cantonese scene, initially it was mostly celebrities, right? And they would do a show like maybe once every 2 years, big
Right.
show for 1 or 2 hours long, and there's like a certain theme for that show. So people were like basically they understood like, oh, that's what comedy is. You come with a theme and you're basically going to go around that theme the whole show. And now I'm like, no, this is not how this works. This is basically you got many comedians. Each just does their set, whatever it is. I might talk about my identity. I might talk about my recent happenings. The next guy might talk about his identity, whatever it is, and you'd have no idea what to expect. But the objective is they will tell you something funny enough that will get you laughing. Now, Now the concept like that, they're like, but what if I'm not interested in the topic? I'm like, well, that's the comedian's challenge.
Yeah.
That, you know, you're on stage enough that even though I don't care about soccer, but what you're saying to me is hilarious. You know, so a good example is I remember I was watching like Seinfeld talk about how people watching the game and they would share the TV screens, like as if they're part of the game, like the part of the team. He's like, no, you did nothing, right? And I'm like, yeah, I don't watch sports, but I'm like, I can totally get that. You know, I can totally appreciate it, and I was finding that really funny. So that's what I mean. People didn't really understand that culture.
Yes.
So I guess in the beginning as well that also ourselves, we didn't realize that, wait, isn't comedy just about, you know, being funny, the joke? But turns out, as you said, that the whole experience is different.
Yeah, man.
You know, and I guess like we also could only rely on the initial few that we see live or even whatever we see online or YouTube. And like Netflix wasn't a big thing back then, so you couldn't watch specials every second you wanted.
There were discs.
There were
right?
discs,
There was
actual
discs.
discs. Yeah, they were actually like a DVD distribution service, I believe, right? So all that stuff. And I just remember in the beginning, it was like really just like, well, let's just give it a shot and see what happens. All right, tonight worked, so I guess that's going to work. It's like, no, that doesn't work tonight. You were lucky.
Yeah.
You know? So you had that. But then of course, the scene kind of grew, right? We comedians started to decide like, hey, you know what? Let's expand the scene. Like basically, comedians are the type of people that are willing to basically go against the grain.
Yes.
Because I mean, what we do is not your easy peasy, hey, just go sing a song 20 times, it's going to work every time. But it's like, okay, I did that joke and I got to rewrite something now.
Yeah.
And I believe that the scene at some point, comedians were like, hey, I think we have enough that we can actually make the whole pie bigger. Rather than just sit and wait and fight for slices.
Yeah.
Do you remember like that period? Because I remember with the Cantonese scene, right? So in the Cantonese scene initially that we were basically with Take Out Comedy back then.
Right.
And eventually at some point we were kind of getting a bit frustrated with what's going on because like it was just the same. And then we were like, hey, we can do so much more. We just need to be given the opportunity.
Right.
And it was kind of, we took it upon ourselves to basically start this thing called Vivek and Friends.
Yeah.
Right? And so it was really weird because obviously there's going to be politics and arguments and everything. We didn't have really good terms to take out. And so we were kind of told off a lot, like, you guys are going to fail and everything like that. But we were like, hey, you know what? We have to believe in ourselves.
At least we tried.
At least we're trying. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Like, I'm sure like a lot of comedians, you're going on stage and people don't laugh and everything. You're going to get the whole booze and this is that. And then you go like, yeah.
You get booed?
I've been booed once, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever been booed? I feel like that's
No.
such a strong reaction.
I don't think I've ever
Did
been
you what?
booed.
Just go up and call them all the N-word? What did you do?
No, I didn't call the N-word. Like, hey, don't you see our color? I'm like, no.
That's like a hate crime right there. He's just
Yeah,
talking about boo.
Yeah, well, I mean,
He
that's
ramps
to
it
me-
up in his head, dude.
I mean, that's
He's so
to me. That's
negative.
what warrants getting booed.
And
Is
even
to
with
just go out.
and even someone with that mindset has not been booed yet.
Yeah,
Like, I
exactly.
mean, come on, people.
When's your next show?
Just wait. All right, somebody come on down. Just help us out. Break the curse.
Yeah. So why did you get
All right,
booed?
so okay, I'll tell you the story. This is what it was. It was actually for a private event, okay, a private party, and it was like an English show. I was booked for 20 minutes, and it was actually at one of these buildings that they had like a clubhouse. So they booked the whole clubhouse out, and they were having party, right? So 6 p.m. was a party start time. I was kind of still new in the scene, and I show up at 6 p.m. I'm like, okay, I'm here for the show. They're like,
Right.
no, you perform at 9. I'm like, okay, thank you, Mr. Manager, who doesn't do shit for me. You didn't tell me
Whoever
this.
told me, yeah.
Yeah, whoever told you. And so I'm there. Okay, well, I might as well just wait, right? So 6 p.m. starts. Everyone's drinking. There's no food, only drinking. Okay?
Nice.
And it's like a casino theme and everything. So everyone's like partying, drinking, all that stuff, getting drunk, whatever. 9 p.m. comes. That's when finally dinner time starts. So everyone's half smashed, okay?
Right.
They go to the dining hall. It's basically like just a long table seating, like 2 long tables of people. And
So
that's
it's like the Last Supper kind of.
yeah, the Last Supper. Yeah, well, pretty much was for me. I mean, honestly, I'm like, man, this better be the last beating I have to take, and you know. So I remember the MC was also drunk. So the MC was like, all right,
Nice.
guys,
Wow.
yeah, he was one of the
Unbelievable.
crowd and everything. Right? So the
Yeah.
MC's like, hey guys, hey, we got a funny guy over here, everybody. Hey, and he turns to the left and looks at me. He's like, hey, you funny?
Oh
And
my
I'm like,
God.
yeah. He's like, all right, here you go. Gives me the mic, right? So I take the mic, and now everyone's busy eating steak. Okay?
Right.
So this is where I put in my joke where I'm like, this is why Hindus don't eat beef. Where like the power of steak, you know, never serve beef during our show.
Right.
So they're busy eating food because they're hungry. They've been drinking for so long. They're
Yeah.
half drunk. They're starving. And I'm up there trying to do comedy. Now I did not know that you shouldn't be eating when you're doing shows. Of course, Mr. Manager didn't decide to help me with that one.
Right.
And so
And you were not experienced enough to stand your ground and be like, hey, no food during my show.
I didn't. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I
Yeah.
mean, this is the game, right? You just
Of
do your
course.
show.
And when
So-
you're young, you just take whatever is
yeah,
given
exactly.
you, right?
Yeah. I was like 4 years into
Oh, yeah.
just
Yeah.
doing comedy,
Yeah.
and so I'm up there. dying completely,
Yeah.
right? At like the 17 mark, because I always have this digital watch that I wear when I'm watching my time. Like, I gotta just power through, man, power through. You
Yeah.
know? So 17-minute mark, I remember precisely because I'm looking at my watch and I hear like feedback from the speakers, like wing, wing, wing.
This
right?
can't get any worse.
Right? And I'm like, I luckily know what it means. Like, get away from the speaker, right? You're too
Right.
close to it. So I'm walking and moving around, and like, hey, so, and I'm still powering through, and it's still giving feedback. And this
Yeah.
lady gets up. She's like, maybe that's a sign to get off the stage.
No way.
And the whole crowd goes, boo, boo.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's great.
I powered through 20 minutes. This is the best
Did they
part,
throw
right?
steaks at you?
What? They throw steaks? It was really good quality food. They're like, yeah, no, not happening, man.
Wagyu beef. Just get
He
off
looks
the stage.
he looks Hindu. This is the worst thing they
Yeah,
could do.
exactly. Yeah, no. He's
Throwing
like,
pig blood at me.
no, the
my
problem
God.
is they're like, I don't know, is Hindu or Muslim, man? I don't know. Will this offend him or make him happy? Is that what's
Right,
going
right,
on?
yeah. No, we like the lamb more.
Yeah.
If you throw like lamb heads at us, it's like,
Yeah,
please.
let's do that. Yeah, shawarmas and stuff. The best thing that topped it, okay? 20 minutes, I hit the mark, people are booing, they ignore me, all that stuff. I finish my set, I'm like looking around, where the hell is the MC? And the MC's not there, so I just
Is
put
he
the...
just sitting there eating?
I have no idea, right? So I just put the mic on the floor and leave.
very quietly.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, never mind. They don't notice me anymore.
Yeah. I
and
don't
just
think they
leave.
would even notice you
Yeah.
leaving.
No.
It was just background noise
Yeah,
for 20
exactly.
minutes.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Oh, man.
Oh man,
That's
That is brutal.
And then you want to hear the kicker?
Yeah.
So back then, of course, this young little me did not know is that I thought at the end of the gig I have to go collect the balance check.
Yeah.
So I was waiting there. I'm like, excuse me, do you know where the organizer is? I need to go get the money. They're like, oh, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And like, I just bombed. I just got booed. I'm like, hey, excuse me, do you know where the organizer is? Right? Yeah, dude. So I was there for like, I think another hour and a half.
just like asking people, like chasing
Yeah.
people, like, who's paying me?
Yeah. I was like, excuse me, is the organizer here? So I'm like
man.
begging my way. And finally, I just give up. I'm just going to taxi
God
home.
damn. Speaking of giving up, you also quit for like what, 5 years?
Like 4 years.
God damn. So okay, we'll get into the story, but I want to know what did it feel like to kind of decide to not do comedy anymore? You're like, this thing that I'm really in love with, and I just don't want to do it. Like, aside from the reasons, I just want to see understand how you felt parting ways with the thing that you're really enjoying.
It felt great.
You
It was
did.
like when something, like if you're not feeling good about something
Yeah.
and then you stop doing that thing,
But
it was really good.
What was the issue that you were dealing with?
Oh, so like I was basically doing brew house open mic.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
That was it. And then we had like some backstage. There was another backstage.
Oh yeah, I
We had
heard.
shows there.
I was literally told that like 2 days ago that there was a venue called
Yeah, actually called Backstage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, I had no idea.
But yours
they're
is
like,
the backstage.
Yeah, yeah.
Totally different.
Yeah, the backstage.
Yeah.
Exactly.
but it was also like a live music or like live
Yeah.
events venue,
It was
right?
a good venue. It was like made for shows.
Yeah, Lynn
you know?
Hurst Terrace, I think. Like
it was on
Honey.
Wellington Street, but yeah, it's basically like when you where Choiwa used
Yeah.
to be. Opposite there was a building, and you go up like I think 1 or 2 floors, and that's where backstage is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Everything you have to describe is no longer there anymore. But that used to
Exactly.
be
Yeah.
there. Imagine.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. How
Yeah.
much has changed? The Young Key is still there. so
Always,
yeah.
yeah. So much changed.
So
Yeah.
okay, so you're doing Brew House. We talked about Brew House many times on the podcast, where the infamous glassing episode happened.
Yeah.
But okay, so you're doing Brew House. That was basically just open mic, yeah.
Yeah, so I was doing those things, and it's not really going anywhere. You know, the backstage shows.
How
some of them were good, they
many
were
years?
fizzling
How
out.
many years in were you at the time?
At the time when I stopped,
Yeah.
probably 9 years,
Wow. Okay.
and not getting gigs because I wasn't at Takeout. I was at the time I was kicked out. We have.
Yeah. Okay. So I wanna
Yeah.
zoom in a little bit on that because you're kind of jumping around. So you're doing some backstage shows.
Yeah.
Are these curated shows, like produced shows that you guys are putting
We
together?
made them.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
made
these
them.
guys, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and we don't know how to advertise, so there wouldn't be people be there sometimes no.
So it was like the old crew, you, Dorsher, I imagine,
Dorsher.
Garen, or was Ryan, or who was
all those guys on it, but it was basically me and Michael Dorsher
right?
setting all the stuff up
Like,
together.
which is comedy.hk basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, great. So you're setting it up. It's not going great because you guys still don't have the marketing skills.
yeah, right,
Right.
exactly.
And Brew House is still going, also going okay.
It's going okay. I mean, it's
open
only
mic.
open mic.
Yeah, it's open mic.
You know, yeah.
Okay, so it sounds to me just like a regular path to like figuring things out. Why did you quit?
Because I was just I honestly, now I look at it, I did opening at Brewhouse like all the time. I'd open all the time.
Right.
And that's not fun.
Yeah,
To
always the
constantly
first
open.
act, right?
Yeah, not
So you
every
didn't look at
single
it
time.
like now with experienced eye that like, oh, this is a muscle I can learn to like work a cold room.
No, it
at
just
the time
felt
it was just
like-
frustrating.
Because, I mean, at that point, I'd already done all kinds of shows, you know, really big shows, fun shows. I'd even been on that TV show in Shanghai. Some guy did like some knockoff of Tonight Show. I was on
Yeah,
there. So I'd
yeah.
already felt like something. And then now this is nothing.
Right.
And so it wasn't fun.
And that was also
And,
way pre-COVID. Like we still
way back,
like had tourists and everything.
Oh, the
in
big thing
city.
was like swine flu back then. That was
that was a
much
big
more
one.
popular.
Yeah,
Wow, was the
at the
TV
time.
still like? Did the TV have color or was it still black and white?
His one was black and white.
Mine was like with big fat TV. With big fat-
You see
exactly.
Vivek's picture on screen.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
my,
right.
my face at the back of the TV is like over there. He got sponsored this one as well.
started with him.
How the hell is he advertising this as well?
So you're also said you mentioned takeout. What happened there? Because you were on the roster.
I was on the roster, and I mean, officially, Jamie asked me to stop going because I did a opening spot at the Punchline, which was kind of a comedy club.
Yeah,
I
It
don't
was
know if you
it
guys
was
know.
basically
The British
Punchline-
guys,
Yeah, so
right?
Punchline
British
Comedy
guys.
they used to hold like I think once a month shows
Yeah,
down
yeah,
in
they used to come
Wan Chai.
through Shanghai as
Yeah,
well.
correct. So they would do shows, and I think there was a certain I wouldn't say hostility, but like Jamie just didn't like. It's not even disloyalty. It's like just like I own you. You know, it's like
Well-
you do in my place, and that's it.
What is the logic behind that? Is that just because you start there, then
I don't know.
Yeah, it's very hard.
I'm genuinely trying to understand because I worked with him, but on a very different level. I
Yeah.
used to fly in from Shanghai. I would do the competition, blah blah.
Yeah.
So I was never on the roster as.
I think honestly there was a matter of basically like monopoly power, and it was a matter of like I started this is what I have. Why are you going and doing something else that's not this? You know.
Right.
So this is the issue. Like back then, takeout comedy was pretty much the monopoly of the local scene. Okay, Punchline was basically flying guys in, and initially they wouldn't have like a local comedian go on. But as we all developed over time, Punchline would notice us. Hey, why don't we get a local guy instead? Give them a spot.
Sure.
Now you could also say, oh, then don't we kind of like owe takeout comedy for giving us the opportunity to grow? And I'm like, yeah, so we did pay our dues in many ways. Like we would open for a lot of headlining comedians over there and no fees, no nothing. We just do it, right? So basically it's kind of like we're helping him pay the rent as well. Of course, this is pre us realizing that he owns the place. You know, like we were like, oh man. He's
So
like,
actually, you guys in the beginning justified it to yourselves not getting paid. Is that we're helping him pay rent?
because he would always tell us like, I can't make rent. I can't make
I
rent.
never believed that from the beginning.
Why,
yeah?
why
I
did
was
you not
always
believe
certain that,
I mean, I was suspicious.
Soho rents. you
Yeah,
know
I was
what
like, I don't know where the numbers
Yeah,
coming, but like,
was
I thought honestly, it may be like a truly passionate guy where he's like, I'm looking at the long game. Like, fair enough, you know.
So
I'm
were
happy
you
to
the
help.
guy in like sitting in the back like doing the math in your heads like he gets this many people every night?
What math?
There is
Look at
no way
Hong
he
Kong
can
rents,
justify-
dude.
Yeah.
Hong
Yeah.
Kong rents are insane.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
for residential, for commercial,
Yeah,
is like
yeah.
criminal. And I was
Yeah.
like, there's no way this guy without selling beer.
So that's another thing. So this okay.
yeah.
So if we want to go back to the old days of like the comedy scene, I remember even having. I think a lot of us did mention to Jamie, like Jamie, like why don't you sell alcohol? Like this doesn't make sense. You're saying you can't make rent, but you're not selling drinks. You're letting people BYO bring their own drinks. I'm like, why are you not just put a fridge?
Yeah.
You know, like just charge them a premium and the people will pay.
Yeah.
No, I want to keep it simple. I want to focus on the comedy. I'm like, man, this guy must be passionate about comedy.
Right.
Right. And then so honestly, because like he used to manage me before, right? So I remember I was like, dude, you know what? I want to help this out. I want to make sure the scene works out. So I remember we used to do shows. The money wasn't the factor. I mean, if we did get paid, we used to sometimes get paid when you open for headlining acts. But normal shows on the weekends, packed house, you'll get nothing. Okay, and I was like, okay, fair enough. You know, he's giving us opportunity to go on stage, and at the same time, we're trying to learn as well. So okay, win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
But then it came about when you got repeatedly told off, like when there were like droughts for maybe a few weeks. It's like, oh, I can't make rent. You know, it's really tough. You got to start marketing and you got to start promoting it more. And I'm like, okay, you know, I'm going to try my best. You know, tell friends, put it on Facebook, whatever it takes, right? And then it started not making sense. I'm like, wait, so you're telling me on Friday night you're not making your money, you're not paying rent, you're not making rent and everything. But when I tell you, hey, put a fridge, you know, charge,
Right.
go. I tell you what, I will go up to 7-Eleven, buy the drink for $10.
Yeah.
You print a menu that says 25,
Yeah.
and you make the money.
Right.
No, I was like, this doesn't make sense.
Okay,
man,
that
you know?
doesn't. Yeah, exactly. Because you're saying the problem is one thing,
Yeah.
but I'm giving you a solution,
A
very
simple
easy,
one, yeah.
and you can focus on the comedy then because
Yeah.
you're not stressed about rent anymore.
Yeah.
But you don't want to listen.
Correct,
But clearly,
yeah.
you didn't know at the time that it's because He can't even sell drinks in the venue.
Well, you have to get a license and everything.
Exactly.
But then, I mean, that's a matter of administration. That's all you got to
Sure.
do.
There's
I mean,
a club thing you can do, like an art
oh,
gallery.
if you're
They'll be like,
so if you're a private club where members only, which I'm not
Yeah.
sure if
Which
that
is
was
like the
case.
aftermath is.
Something like that. Yeah. So then you have that as
There's
well. So-
different licensing, but also if we're talking about takeout as a venue, because having been involved in building the Riff, there is also all kinds of codes that are not met there.
Yeah, exactly.
Including fire code
Yeah.
and bathrooms code.
Yeah.
Because the bathrooms in any public place, they have to be built how many X number of bathrooms per certain number of packs on
Yeah.
your license.
Yeah.
The venue there can take 120, 130?
Something like that, yeah,
There is
yeah.
one there is no way. That's
Yeah.
that's actually
Yeah.
by law I think you should have like 4 bathrooms
Yeah.
and a disabled bathroom.
Yeah.
The one bathroom you have is not even disabled friendly because it's like
The staircase,
up the
right?
the bathroom is disabled. That's what he thinks it means.
Oh man,
like-
yeah. So I mean, so there's a lot of those things, right?
Right.
So I remember in the beginning, like we would all kind of suggest it and everything, and whatever reasons, right? And then Jamie wasn't having it, and okay, fair enough, fine, whatever. It's your club, you do your own thing, and then eventually, I think, like I said, a comedian started saying, we want to do our own thing. So it was the same with the Cantonese comedy scene. So this is the bizarre thing, okay? So yes, we started Cantonese comedy at Takeout Comedy, but Jamie can barely speak Cantonese, which means very often when so even when he used to manage me, this was the funniest thing. I remember, like, especially for like the Samsung campaign, we'd go for the meetings and I'd do the talking, and he was
and he's just sitting there.
Yeah,
You're like, here's my agent, and then he's just sitting.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
right. But then I was like, okay, whatever. Like I said, I mean, honestly, back then I was in a very synergy mentality. I was like, you know what? I really want to do whatever I can.
Right,
Yes,
yeah.
right.
Connect,
And me
get
too.
all
Yeah,
the contacts.
Exactly, yeah. It wasn't calculative. But then
No.
whenever you do something that is outside of this so-called circle and you get told off, you kind of go like, wait, what? I've been helping you like for 90% of the time. Why can't I do 10% of something else? It's like, no, it's 100 or 100 or nothing. I was
Right.
like, dude, this is not cool, you know?
Yeah.
So a lot of that hostility would happen.
Yes. That's
So
what,
wha-
I
wha-
felt like the goodwill was burned, and it's
Yeah.
not just me and you. I've seen it so many people.
Yeah,
so many
exactly.
times,
Over and over
you
again.
know?
So that's the
Yeah.
shame. That's why like I tell people, I'm like, you want to go watch show, go watch show. You will not see me there anymore. You know, so I
Right.
don't do takeout comedy.
Yeah.
That's like done. Right. So that was a lot of history. And it's only like old school comedians would know the whole story versus like nowadays, what's wrong with this place? This is all right, you know, yeah, it smells a bit, but whatever. But I mean,
Give us some time.
Yeah, give us some time.
Yeah, it's actually quite funny because the new comics, I think you guys at the time also didn't have that many options.
Yeah.
And this is why it took you such a long time to figure it out. Right now, because the new comics have options, they figured it out much quicker. It's actually
Correct.
kind of funny for me as an outsider almost. After 2 years here, still feel like an outsider in some ways. But I can see that process. Like there is a comic on the takeout roster
Yeah.
who after maybe performing like 7 weeks or something, emailed me asking to get on backstage, and he goes, I already feel like I'm being owned there, and I
Yeah.
want to break out of that.
Yeah.
And please, I don't need to be on the posters. I just need to do something else
Yeah.
that is not takeout.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh shit, this is what you guys were talking about.
Yeah.
But it took you years to figure out.
Yeah.
It took that guy 7 weeks, and he's like, I'm done. I'm
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
Please help.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. But you know what's bizarre is that also back then we didn't know the value of doing shows in multiple places. So like
Right.
having like
Yeah.
Brew House and having backstage, the original that venue backstage, we were learning like, oh, different rooms have a different vibe. Wait,
Yeah,
what's this,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because there was no real guidance. Right? It was really
none,
just like trial
none.
by
You're on
error.
your own.
Yeah, so
There was
a lot
no
of
one
that.
telling you unsolicited advice
Yeah.
about how you should ask women to take their shirt off at the beginning of the show. That kills, by the way. You should do it.
Unsolicited is too nice. Unwanted. It's unwanted advice. Please walk away. Say it to a mirror. I don't want to hear it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Oh man, no, but so yeah, so bringing it back to now, right? So let's come back to now, because like back then there was a lot of journeys, and I think even for myself, I mean, a lot of people may say, oh, you know, he's doing well today, he's doing all this stuff, but we've all gone through a lot of the phases where even myself, I'm like, what is my style? What am I willing to do? So I remember, I'll give you an example. Like, I remember ATV back when ATV existed in Hong Kong, the television channel that's
Yeah.
gone now.
Yeah.
They had a show, basically like award ceremony for ads. Okay, so best ads and everything, and they wanted to hire me to do comedy on the show live, right? I'm like, oh yeah, sure, whatever, right? And then so they hired me. I'm like, okay, so you know, do I have to give you the script and everything? No, we'll give you the script. I'm like, wow, you mean they have a team of writers for me? This is how this works? Like back then, I was like, again, I did not know that this doesn't exist this way. It doesn't work that way. I'm like, wow, this is how these work. So all along, I thought these guys go on the Letterman show. They've got their own material. Like, no, they must have a team of writers that do it. And all that. I'm like, okay, I'm learning. I get there a day before. They send me the script. It's all basically not WhatsApp, but internet jokes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, what's this?
Yeah.
So like, this is what you're gonna say tomorrow. I'm like, wait, no. Like, hold on, wait, what? This is terrible.
They found it online and.
Dad jokes, basically.
A
whole bunch of dad jokes. Where you're like,
there is a great Instagram account, by the way, of just dad jokes.
There you go. Yeah,
it's so good.
Yeah, so it's stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then I'm looking at it like, this is terrible. Like, this is horrible. But it's like live happening tomorrow. I remember I'm there. I even have to like wear like my cheongsam, like the Chinese cheongsam that I have, and they're like, it'll be really funny if you wear it. And so I'm like, okay, sure.
I remember that now.
Right?
Yeah,
remember
the blue color.
Yeah. Right.
Oh,
it's on TV. So I remember sitting in the dressing room. I was looking at the mirror, going like, what the hell, man? What am I doing? This is. I was like hating every moment of it, and I'm like, what if I just go out there and just not do the script? I'm like, I don't know, man. I could like get in real big trouble. Again, I was still back then a very goody two shoes. Like, oh well, you know, I mean, I was told I have to do this, so I'll do it. I go out there, I do it, I hate every moment of it, and man, I finished it, and I was like, dude, like I will never, ever let that happen again.
In that situation
never again, right?
Wow.
But I mean, a lot of that is like nobody taught us that.
Right.
Nobody told us like, wait, what do you mean they're giving you a script? It doesn't make sense. Like,
Right.
don't you tell them what you're gonna say? It's like, well, how does it work? I have no idea. So I think that's a lot. Do you remember like a lot of examples such as that where you're doing something, you're like, oh wait, this is not how it's supposed to be, or like this is what it's like. Oh man, we're in trouble now.
I just remember trying to learn, like glean anything I could off of, like professionals.
Yeah.
Especially when they came.
Oh yeah.
Like we'd see them come, like, you know how we would get a laugh, like if you get on stage and after like a minute or two you get a good laugh.
Yeah.
And like, oh yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
And then you get Ted Alexandro here, who comes on stage. He's not even doing a bit.
He's just
talking about the crowd.
Yeah.
And he's like rolling.
Yeah.
He's getting the audience. And you guys know what a roll is? When the audience
this is
gets
like
so
every single
excited.
thing.
I've seen it.
I was actually talking to them.
Nice.
But he had them in a roll before he got to his bits in like first 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Or Butch Bradley. And I was like, oh, that's how it's done.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know that, you know? And then you have Jamie telling us what to do, but actually he doesn't really know.
Yeah,
we actually know more.
Yeah.
Just naturally.
I mean, over time with our experience as well, again, because we have been in many uncomfortable situations.
And you have also, like when you have one guy in the same, pretty much the same space the whole time, telling you what to do in that space. He might be right about his particular space.
Yes.
But you guys have toured a lot more, and you have worked with different crowds and stuff. It's like
kill
at some
room
point
too.
Yeah.
Takeout is a kill room.
When
all
it's
props.
packed.
Oh,
man.
yeah. All props to Takeout. I mean, I tell you that room, like I said, as you went, it's all packed. Oh, it's like complete
it's
kill.
all
No, but I
packed,
mean,
it's
it
magic.
builds your confidence and it makes you think you're better than you are.
I was just
going
gonna
to
get to that.
bar 109. You're like, oh,
You're like,
what happened? I'm
yeah.
not
Yeah,
funny
it
here.
can be
Yeah.
a very easy room. Like especially in the festival days,
Yes.
when you have the prelim nights,
Oh, yeah.
when it's just like 120, 130 people completely packed.
Yeah.
And you have people from, Malaysia, Singapore, Shanghai.
Just talk here and laughs happen. That's
Yeah.
how it is at Takeout.
No, it was.
really is.
I remember doing it for the first year. Didn't make it through the prelim, but it was such a weird experience because I had such a great set but everyone else was just killing.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, they had 4 applause breaks. I'm out. Like this is crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, that's what I say. I mean, all props again. I give all props to Jamie for building that room and that design.
Yeah.
However, what I would say is that that's fun. It's kind of like saying we're all gonna go to the game center and play video games. It's like fun and games and everything. But after a while, it's like, dude, like, is this it? Is this all you're going to be doing? It's just going to game center, putting coins in a machine, playing. Like, isn't there more we can do to this?
Yeah.
Rather than just saying, and then so eventually.
No, you can go to Changsha now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Changsha. Exactly. And do stuff over there.
Yeah.
Possibilities are limitless.
That's actually a roadshow.
Yeah, exactly. When you go to like different islands in Hong Kong, it's like, hey, we're traveling. Again,
Oh my God.
sometimes you got to excite your life in ways that are not exciting, but whatever it takes, right? So this is another thing I tell people is that even as an audience as well, it's very important for you to realize that you might get comfortable in one venue, but you're doing yourself a disservice of like just sticking to one place. It's much like going to the same bar over and over again. It's like, dude, after a while, you're missing out on a lot of other opportunities. You might realize, wait a second, I've always actually liked something like this, in fact, versus that. And also the idea is that when you go to the same place, I always use like restaurants and bars. I mean, it's easy. It's like a no-brainer. You enjoy it. But it's also that the idea of like, having some distance and then you learn to appreciate it even more.
Right.
So small things like that. So like I said, when we do like, for example, the brew house shows, you would do that. People are peeling peanuts and throwing the shells on the floors. You're like, man, I got to up my game.
Glassing people in the face,
Exactly. Every now and then, like today, we'll like get stitches here.
I need a break from this so I can appreciate the next glassing.
Exactly.
To be honest, that wasn't that funny.
I mean,
The glassing in the face.
it sounded kind of hilarious.
It didn't really.
No, it sounded really funny to us. When you guys
kill.
told us the story.
It didn't kill.
It didn't kill. That's true.
Yeah. It was comedy equals to tragedy plus time. So
Yeah.
there's been a lot of time.
You
So
know what's funny about the glassing thing is that wasn't even our last show. Like we kept going. We kept going. I did a bit on the last show. I made a bit about it. Oh, the rent? They raised the rent. We're like, okay, bye. That guy almost got murdered.
Yeah.
Let's do one next week. They raised the rent. See you later.
I heard also Tambi was supposed to follow the guy and he was like so mad. He was so mad because he had just written like 2 new minutes. He was like, oh man, my new bits.
Yeah. Why did you have to do it before me?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, let me finish my bits first. Oh, he's so selfish.
The audience wouldn't be offended normally by his material. It's distinct.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's true. Actually, you go on to like, this guy's kind of mild. I mean, compared to the previous guy, this
He's
guy's
like,
pretty nice.
This guy went way over the line.
Exactly.
Tammy's like, I need 2 glasses. Right?
Oh man. So again, this is why you want to go to different venues, because you're missing out on a lot of these happenings. Okay, I'm not encouraging everybody to go like to scenes and hope for the worst.
Yeah.
But what I am saying is that if you want to really basically appreciate the comedy scene, you go to different shows, go to different venues, and see like, oh, this is what it's like over here.
You know what? That really, the story you said about the Chung Sam thing and everything, it's like really going out of your comfort zone. Like that's how you get better.
Oh, yeah,
is
yeah.
to really just push it.
Yeah.
And then you realize, oh, there's all these things I could do. You can manipulate your act, your situation to make it work.
Yeah.
But if you only stick in that comfort zone, man,
Yeah.
you just repeat the same process.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's also why I would feel like the Cantonese scene, we were like, we're getting just stuck in this kind of box that we're given, and we want to do something more. We want to challenge ourselves, go talk to different venues. But if we got to get approval from this side before we can go there, why? Like, why can't we just do our own thing? Why are you saying no because you just don't like it? Right? So small things like that, we were just getting frustrated, and we decided, let's do our own thing. Now, initially, there was a lot of hostility / of course, friction, but we just had to have faith. Right? And I think a lot of comedians in Hong Kong, especially the ones who've been doing it for years and years, have had to go on a faith-based journey. Not religious, but I mean, it's like you got to just believe, like, okay,
did you
we're
all
gonna
go on silent retreats?
Yeah, we did. No, the audience did. The show, yeah, it's like, okay. They're like, all right, but this.
They just want peace and quiet. That's where you come.
Exactly. Like, you may speak in your tone.
Yeah.
Now we'll sit
Friday
your
night
side.
meditation retreats.
Exactly.
In Soho, 9 p.m.
Exactly. This is like the master class of like, okay, now I want you to work on mindfulness.
That's what the class was about. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I tell myself when I do shitty shows. I'm like, this is mindfulness, man. They're like trying to, don't get distracted by the guy on stage. Hold it in. Feel the happiness within yourself. Don't let him know it. Don't share it.
That's great.
Yeah. So coming back real quick. So yeah, we wanted to get out of our comfort zone. I think also with you, Chris, you and Dorsha as well. We're like, hey, we want to try something more. We want to expand in different ways.
Yeah.
Give it a shot. And hey, guess what? It's still here.
Yeah.
We're still here. Comedy.hk is still happening.
Yeah,
you
still happening.
Why did you come back? You had already completely given up. You just don't care anymore. Were you even going to shows to watch?
No, I didn't. You know what? My
Did you stay in touch with these guys, or did you just like check out completely?
checked out?
Yeah.
Even my tree invited me to a show, and I was like, "Oh, I think that's okay. No, that's all right." And then she's like, "No, I'm not asking you to perform." And I assumed she wasn't.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I'm just letting
Still
you
don't-
know.
yeah.
I just had no interest
Right.
to go to the show.
Yeah.
I wanted nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
It's like kind of a sore spot a little bit.
Yeah, I can
So what
understand.
got you to come back?
Oh, Andy.
Right.
Yeah,
So
like,
how
he's
did that
just-
happen?
Did you see a set and be like, dude, I can totally do it better? Oh my God.
No,
what?
I mean, he just, because, when I came up to your guys' spot in Shanghai,
Yeah.
like in 2016,
Yeah.
and we hung out a little bit. So we would chat and check in once in a while. So when he moved down here, we'd go on hikes and just do different stuff. And then he just invited me to hang out at the club.
This is
No
the riff,
strings
right?
attached.
This is
Yeah.
the riff, yeah.
And just not to perform, just hang out and stuff. And, when you're around there, you
Yeah.
kind of want to get back on a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, kind of like baby step my way back in, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically how it happened.
Nice.
Yeah. I think that's also a good sign of like comedy is part of like your identity a certain way. You know what I mean? Like after a while, you're like, man, I can't deny this anymore.
No, yeah,
This
you're
is-
almost like suppressing it in a way.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about you. You might have felt very comfortable when you quit, like you made the right decision. But it's also something you're really good at. So it's kind of like you don't have that like itch to just write jokes or like, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would come up with stuff like all the time. I think
Right.
of stuff all the time. They're just never.
Did you have any
And
outlet
I'd tell
for
my
them?
wife.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think of this?
Silent retreat.
You thought I was.
One person silent retreat.
I hate these hecklers. I married one. No,
Yeah.
Actually,
she's
speaking
actually
of-
a great laugher. So
Speaking of which, because you're married, actually, we were talking about this off air. The idea of like, we don't have that many married comedians in Hong Kong, I would say.
Yeah.
Maybe like 3 or 4. Darren,
yeah.
him, Pete.
Andy was, but
Well,
not in Hong Kong, so I'm saying that.
yeah.
There's that, yeah. So,
Also, yeah.
yeah, not
People who are
comedian, but
not
yeah.
in quarantine.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Well, actually, yeah, go on.
well, I've never used comedy to get girls. I've never.
Well, you
What?
should start.
Why? I don't know. It's
This is probably why he really quit.
yeah.
He's like, forget the laughter.
Yeah. He's like, wow, that's not why
I've seen people like I'm gonna try some new material. Then some hot girls walk in. Fuck that! I'm doing my A material.
Yeah.
Like that's sad. Why are you?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
Yeah. I think, that's where I tell people there's a difference between the artist level and versus the entertainer level. You know, like the artist level is like, dude, my craft comes first. I don't really care about the audience. I don't care about impressing you. I want to do this because I want to work it out so the next week I can work on this and adjust it. Then you got the entertainer like, I need the feedback. I need them to
Right.
respond.
Yeah.
So you got 2 layers. I would say like, honestly, what I've seen a lot of times that you've got more of the artist angle where it's not to say like, I will just talk by myself and you can ignore me and everything, but it's more like, you know, I have this stuff. My craft is first. Do not interrupt this. This is my process.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to make a complaint, do it afterwards. Let me finish my craft at the
Yeah.
moment. Yeah. So you have that, I would say. That's why maybe
It's
that.
so much fun. I just like doing that. I like doing the set. And I like hanging out with the comics afterwards. And
Yeah.
I hate it when people come up and talk to us. I'm like, leave them alone. I want to make jokes with them.
Yeah.
It's the worst when they interrupt. And they're trying to get laid.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
"You're cock block these guys. It's not a good
You're cock
situation."
blocking them, but not like because you're jealous. It's because you want them for yourself. For very selfish reasons.
Yeah.
Like, I want to
Yeah.
hang out with my comedians.
You can have sex
They're
with
trying to get
anyone.
laid.
Come
You're
on.
like, I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can do it for the next show, not this show.
Yeah.
Do you find juggling like the married life and comedy to be challenging?
No. I mean, because it's mostly on weekends and like the open mic night. I mean, if it was like a real everyday thing, maybe it'd kind of be frustrating.
Do you see yourself like at some point taking it more like going back home maybe and touring a lot more, doing it like pretty much full time?
I don't
Or is that
know.
something you want to keep at this level?
I have no idea. I don't know. I just want to see. Honestly, right now, I just want to get better at what I'm doing right now.
Oh,
Just
okay, so you
like,
still need another like 5 years. Okay.
Yeah,
All right, well,
exactly.
okay, so I guess marriage life had no impact
Yeah,
on this craft.
exactly,
The
whatsoever.
artist says, wife? What wife?
Yeah.
Comedy.
You know what? She's actually helpful though, because I
Yeah.
do run stuff by her a lot.
Yeah.
And she watches my
Dude, she's
tapes.
awesome. She's also way funnier than you.
Yeah, I know. That's the
She's
sad part.
legitimately really funny.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Chloe's
Nice.
awesome.
She's hilarious.
Yeah, she's
and
really,
she has
really-
great stage presence.
Does
Doesn't
she?
she
I mean,
really-
I mean, she's very obviously super confident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she knows how to talk to strangers. She knows how to give them shit as well.
Yeah.
Like, he's a little shy.
You should hear her Chinglish.
Yeah.
And she's Chinese, by the way. She's
Yeah, for a second, I was like, my brain was like,
Yeah.
are you wait, hold on,
yeah.
I'm confused now.
She's Irish.
she's from
Yeah.
Sweden. She has
It's
this
like-
wonderful Chinglish.
It's like, guys, you got to listen to Vivek's Indian accent. It's like
Yeah.
so good. It's
Yeah.
like, wait, hold on, I'm confused now. Like,
She does do like, she speaks fluent English, but she does do like Chinglish.
But she does
sometimes.
this, like, everyone does a Chinglish, right?
Yeah.
Every local Hong Konger does a Chinglish, but hers is like the best
oh yeah,
I've
It's-
ever
all-
ever heard.
every popular tone is done.
It's exactly
This
done,
is
and
the
it's
time.
confident.
Yeah,
It's that
yeah, yeah.
confident. I
Yeah.
won't even try to do it. It's so
Nice.
bad. Yeah. But she's super funny. Funnier than me. Yeah. for
Yeah,
sure.
well, you lucked out. Good on
I
you.
lucked out. Yeah.
Okay, so married life. You have been in Hong Kong for what, 10, 15 years?
14 years.
14 years.
Yeah.
Do you think you want to go back home? Not even for comedy or not comedy. Do you think you want to stay in Hong Kong?
I love it here. I love Hong Kong. I think it's a great place to live. It's changed a lot, like in the
Yeah.
last couple of years.
Yeah.
So I'd have to think about it. But overall, I still think it's better than living in the States. I mean, States is crazy. Like I know we have family friends who've been like killed by police for like jaywalking or something like that.
Wow.
You know, people like my family, when they came for my wedding here, we were having hot pot with my family, and every one of them went around in a circle. They had a story about getting like attacked or robbed, and it got to me, and I had like some guy
Nothing.
cut in line.
Yeah.
At the MTR,
Yeah, you're like, well,
nothing.
Burger Circus ran out of chicken wings the other day,
Yeah.
so I think that also is
I
miserable.
filed a complaint.
I saw a dude on the MTR drop like a few $1,000s in notes while rushing on the MTR. Everyone grabbed it and sir, here, you drop this. You
Yeah.
drop this. And like, that's what it's like here.
Yeah.
And when my family did that, I was like, oh, this is a good place to live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you don't even worry about, you could sleep on the street. No one's going to bother you.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, a couple of plugs very quickly. Speaking of sleeping on the street, just unsponsored plugs. One is LKF Meltdown Instagram page, freaking amazing.
Yeah.
I don't even know who runs it. It's just really funny. It's basically like people on LKF on weekends having complete meltdowns, faces blurred, but it's like exactly like people sleeping on the street, right in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
You know, two people puking.
Yeah.
Some naked guy on top of a taxi.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Check it out on Instagram. The second one is the Drew Lynch special. So this guy I've been following for years. He's been on like America's Got Talent. He got popular because he got a stutter. He had a really, really bad stutter, and he was like 17, and he made it to the final. So he's a pretty big stand-up in the US right now, but he just dropped a special on YouTube, and it's really, really good. So check that out. Chris, thank you so much for coming on.
you.
How do people find you on social media?
Well, not my website. Just find me Instagram, Chris.
Or website, if that's how you want to be found.
It's been overtaken by some porn spam
Oh,
thing.
you didn't renew your
So
domain name.
chrismusni.com?
So if you like Asian anime titties, you can look at chrismusni.com. Or you could find me on, I guess, IG, Chris_.
If you say
Musni.
IG, that already shows how old you are. The people don't say IG.
They type IG, they say
Oh,
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah, there you
Instagram.
go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
or people can catch you live on 18 September, right?
That's right.
Yeah, the gala
18.
show for the Laugh Festival.
Gala show,
All right,
yes.
at backstage over at the Hub, we're gonna have the gala show over there.
Yeah.
So check out Chris Musni and see what the original Con comedy was like.
All right.